How's it going, everybody? It's Mike from PC Classic Cars, back with another test drive video. Today we are in this 1966 Buick Riviera GS. Has the original 425 and a super turbine 400 automatic transmission. Alright, so again we have a 1966 Buick Riviera, and it is a factory GS. This car has the original numbers matching 425, and it is backed by the super turbine 400 automatic transmission that these would have come with. These 425s actually run really well for what they are. These big cars are more of good cruisers, but I think they made right around 350, 360 horsepower. So it actually runs really well for what it is. It does have aftermarket fuel injection. It is a Phytech fuel injection system on it. Whoever installed it was definitely a professional. The fuel injection works great. This car is always busted right off when you turn the key. And it is an excellent driving car. Per the guy we got it from, the backstory is that it's a 40,000 original mile car. With how original the interior is and how clean it is underneath, I could see it being a 40,000 mile car, but I don't have any paperwork to support that. It has it is a color change on the exterior. It was originally that Riviera silver green color, and now it's this darker blue. I will say that was probably the biggest negative on the car, is the cosmetics are quite a bit older. It's got some dings, it's got some smaller dents. All of the bright work is going to be original, same thing with the glass. So the cosmetics are definitely on the older side of things. It's still presentable. The paint is nice and slick when you look down the sides. But again, it does have its touch-ups, its flaws, its little imperfections, little dings, little dents, scuffs in the chrome. So just expect a older car cosmetically. And then on the interior, extremely original interior, other than the radio's been changed. But it doesn't look like anything's ever been cut or messed with there. So if someone found an original radio, you can put a factory radio back in. It still has the factory Riviera style steering wheel. It's got the little Riviera GS plaque over there. Center console's really nice. If I say anything, the worst thing on the interior is the very top corner of the driver's seat here. There is a little like seam split. A good interior shop could definitely restitch that and clean it up. But the seats themselves are in excellent shape. Door panels are awesome. The interior styling on these cars is just fantastic. They went so far as having a door handle in the front, and then same thing for the passengers in the back. For whatever reason, if they need to get out, there is a back door handle on the inside of the door panel for the rear passengers to get out if they need to, which is interesting, but it is there, and it's just kind of one of those styling cues that these cars had. Gauges are all nice and easy to read. They have the really cool up and down speedometer. Some of your factory gauges aren't working, but you do have the Phytech screen that shows your RPM, and you can adjust which gauges you want it to read on there. So again, some of like your oil pressure and your temperature gauge on the dash, and your voltage gauge, you're going to use the ones that are on the Phytech screen. You do also have tilt, obviously buckets, console, so this is a pretty loaded up car back in the day. Being that it was a GS, you pretty much got all of the options. It's warmed up now, so we'll kind of get on it a little bit. It does have a nice set of exhaust, aftermarket mufflers, so it sounds really good. And again, these 425s run really well. And these are big, heavy cars, and it pulls really nice and strong. That's showing about 60, 65 right there. I think the speedometer's off by a few miles an hour, but the car cruises great. Other things on the exterior, it is a factory clamshell headlight, which again, most of these had, but they open and close like they're supposed to, which is usually a real common issue on these, and it's kind of a pain in the butt to fix them, but these ones work properly. One of the biggest negatives that doesn't work is that it is a factory AC car. The AC's all there and everything looks to be in good shape. The compressor will spin and it will kick on. It's just not blowing any air. So my guess is it's probably going to need some service work. It very well could need a compressor. Everything's there. It's just one of those things that I left for the next person to mess with. So that would be one of the things that I would personally address, is fixing the AC on it. I'd personally upgrade it to R134 with an aftermarket stand-in style compressor to make it more efficient and work better. But that's just me. Some people want to keep these things stock and original and go back with the old school style compressor. That's just my suggestion. Underneath, rock solid floors, frame rails. Inside the trunk, the drop downs, an extremely solid and very, very nice car on the bottom side. So you're not fighting any rust battles. I just really like how well this car cruises. Obviously, again, with the fuel injection, you're not messing with the carburetor. Fuel injection works great, makes it very, very user-friendly and very drivable. Very confident in the mechanicals on this. Dallas is about an hour, hour and a half away from us here in Sherman, and I'd have no problem hopping in this car and cruising it. Definitely a unique looking car. Definitely gets a lot of looks going down the road. Let off the steering wheel, it goes really nice and straight. Track's really nice, brakes feel good. It is a power steering car, it is a power brake car, but it does have drums all the way around. But as you can see, it stops really nice and straight with no issues, no shimmies, no shakes. It is a big, heavy car, so you do have to push the pedal a little bit, but it does stop well. Go down our bumpy road here, check out the suspension. All of your glass is in nice shape. I believe it to probably be mostly original glass. The windows roll up and down like they should. There is a little scuff over there on the glass. The wipers do work kind of an opposite wiper. They're not your normal wiper where they go left to right. They have the opposite blades, so one goes left, one goes right, which I think is cool. Few little scuffs over here in the glass, and there's a little wiper mark over there, but it's minimal. For being original, it's still very, very clean. Back glass is also real nice. Suspension is all stock style. Again, no rattles, no weird shakes, no pulls. Steering feels good. Does have a brand new set of tires on it all the way around. They don't have 100 miles on them. It's got the original GS style wheel. Just a really cool and unique car. I don't mess with a lot of these older Buicks. But if I am going to mess with them, it's going to be something special like this, like a numbers matching GS. I really like these cars. They're fun to drive, and they just kind of float down the road. Flip around here, no tire rubbing. I think you could probably fit a bigger tire on this car. But again, personal preference. These tires fit well. No rubbing, no issues. That was about half throttle. Another good thing I like to talk about in these videos is sometimes the exhaust is just way too loud and you can't have a conversation with the person sitting next to you. This one has a really nice exhaust note when you get in the throttle like we just did. It sounds really nice going down the road, but even when you're in the throttle like I am right now, I can definitely have a conversation with the person sitting next to me. If you're cruising down the highway at 70, 75 miles an hour, you'll hear the exhaust, but it's not going to be an annoying drone where you can't, again, have a conversation, or it's just annoying while you're cruising on the highway. Sometimes it's tough to listen to in some of these old cars where the exhaust is just so loud, it's just not fun to drive them anymore. So this one's a good combo. Overall feel, excellent driving Buick. Really cool that it's a numbers matching GS. Love the 425s in these. Few things to do. The paint again is older. You can check out our website for the additional infos linked below all of our vehicles. It'll show the worst spots in the front, back, underneath. If there's anything, we'll show you all the negatives on them. So check out those photos on this car. Again, I'd personally fix the AC. Maybe you do a disc brake conversion on the front. And that's really about it as far as concerns that I have. It's a great car, and I'd hop in this thing and drive it wherever you'd want to go. As always, I appreciate y'all stopping in to watch another one of my test drive videos. If there's ever anything else that you want to see, have comments, concerns, questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me on YouTube. You can leave a comment, or you can call or text me directly at 903-820-1019. Check us out at PCClassicCars.com, or I am across all social platforms. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and the handle is going to be PC Classic Cars across all of those. And I'll see you guys on the next test drive video. Thanks again for watching.